Another player who was a dominant voice yesterday, you could hear him a lot. Pierre-Emile Hoivier, guy that maybe a bit like Davinson Sanchez. It's just some people have just decided they want to see other players. I think there's this feeling that, there's certain people, they want to see Bentancur and Bissouma together. That's the partnership they want to see together. Whereas, I think I've said this a million times, I kind of get the impression that the way Conte seems to be doing it, he was doing this in pre-season before Skippy's injury, it looks like it's Skip or Hoiberg, Bissouma or Bentancur. I think that's kind of the blend that he sees. Maybe he just feels that, I'm sure Bentancur and Bissouma will play matches together at points. I think all three were on towards the end of yesterday's game. But I do kind of feel that maybe he just doesn't see that as a perfect partnership, whereas he feels maybe you need one organiser worker type alongside them, perhaps. I don't know. And Hoiberg, look, technically, I don't think he's probably as gifted as Bentancur or Bentancur or Bissouma. And having seen Skippy's got incredible technique in the way. But to be fair to Hoiberg as well, he can score a goal. We saw it against Chelsea last week. He can pick out a pass. We saw that against Chelsea last week as well. And he's a leader. He reads the game very well. He can go on a bit of a dribble as well. He's got that nous in big matches as well. His work rate is just crucial, I think, to Spurs in so many games. There were a few lung-busting runs he did. He did one where he just was on his own in the Wolves half, pretty much just went past his own halfway line, just took it to the corner eventually, and then won a throw. And he had a late chance as well. His energy levels are ridiculous. But it's just funny, there's just this feeling about him that he's not Bentancur or he's not Bissouma. I even had one chap who was a lovely chap on the train. I was talking to some people on the way back to Cheshunt, and he was a lovely chap, but he started our chat with, just to make sure in your report, yeah, you're not going to say good stuff about Hoiberg, yeah, because he was rubbish. And I was like, he was voted man of the match, yeah? And he was like, no, he was rubbish. And I just think there's this feeling that if he gives one ball away, maybe, that's it. That's what you remember about the whole performance. And I just think Hoiberg is not your, I guess for the younger crowd, maybe he's not your FIFA player. He's not someone that you're picking your team. He's not in your all-star selection of like your Harlem Globetrotters 11 type. But I think he's one of these players that he's... I don't see other leaders in that midfield. I think Skippy, the feeling is one day he's going to be, but what is he, 22 now? And obviously he's very much early days for him. So I think you take Hoiberg out that middle, maybe Conte worries that he doesn't then have that. And Real Madrid have been linked with Hoiberg this week as a potential Casemiro replacement in the Spanish press. So this isn't a guy that is just, just some kind of average midfielder. And, he was superb at the Euros as well. He was one of the top players at the Euros as well. And I've got his stats here as well. So his match against Wolves, 95.6% pass accuracy from 68 passes, completed all 6 of his attempted long balls, had 100% dribble success rate, made 85 touches, played 17 final third passes. So it's not people that say, we just pass it sideways. 17 final third passes. So he's getting up the pitch, getting in the attacking areas, 2 tackles, had that 1 shot on target late on, and he made 1 interception as well. Yeah, I do think he's one of those guys that maybe if Spurs were to lose him, you'd realise what you lost. That's my only feeling about Hoiberg as well. And I think maybe people don't quite appreciate what he is right now because he's not a headline kind of player.